Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. Okay, entertainment only for the senses, just putting it out there. What I want to have a look at, one of my beautiful viewers brought this to my attention the other day, and I wanted to have a look. Lesotho. Country in Africa, I believe it's a landlocked country. I do apologise if I'm wrong in regards to that. Has the Orange Twerp put 50% tariffs on Lesotho. It's a country of literally 2 million people, very, very poor country. It has a GDP, gross domestic product, of a mere $2 billion. In comparison to somewhere like the United States that's in the trillions. And it's one of those, why on earth were 50% tariffs put on Lesotho? Well, apparently, the government there now has given Starlink a 10-year license to be the major internet communicator in Lesotho. Well, we know that the Orange Twerp was connecting Starlink to tariff negotiations. But what really against the the local internet providers were absolutely horrified that the government did this, but it was part of the government's tariff negotiations, and the government possibly felt very powerless. The main exports of Lesotho are diamonds, 37 or 35% goes to both the UAE and the US. So I wonder if the UAE's got something in behind this. 22% of their exports are clothing. And if you think those of us that would be familiar would be more familiar with Bangladesh, you go down to the shop and buy your $2 t-shirt. Well, the material and labor and shipping and everything is included in that $2. So the wages these people are being paid are horrific slavery wages. They are, Victorian England, poorhouses, workshops type wages. So clothing 22%, but interestingly water, and for some reason it was water that really caught my attention. So water, 6% of their GDP exports sent to South Africa. So I want to have a look at why Lesotho has been singled out. Diamonds, the clothing, I'm not feeling a draw to the clothing. The diamonds, I'm wondering whether they are used in AI as a conductor. Is something that's popped in. I don't know if they are or not. New technology conductors. And the water. The water I've underlined as well. So the diamonds and water really piqued my attention. And yeah, it was a nightmare situation for Lesotho. Nightmare situation, being under this power of this. Well, this is my Fleon card, and if you're wondering who Fleon is, he's the parasite on the back of the United States taxpayer, CEO, soon to be ex-CEO of Tesla, but also Starlink and SpaceX, etc. This is my Fleon card. A nightmare situation under the yoke of Fleon. So why? Why Lesotho? Why the interest in Lesotho? It was mentioned, and my guides grabbed it and pulled it out. Why Lesotho? What is it about Lesotho that Fleon wanted, or even those behind? Pardon me, those behind the scenes wanted the Starlink power in Lesotho. What is it about Starlink in Lesotho that was so important to those behind the scenes? What is it that was so important about Lesotho? I haven't looked to see what format of government they have there, whether it's a dictatorship or a democracy. I haven't looked. Let's see what the cards bring out. What is it about Lesotho that was so vital to getting Starling in there? What was it about Lesotho? Using the Gilded Tarot Royale for those that are interested. There's my Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you're interested, just rewind and pause. What is it about Lesotho that is so interesting to those behind the scenes? Right, the Page of Wands, drawn to the star here. This is about an Ace of Wands. The page is bringing forward the Ace, which is about new messaging, new plan, new Starlink up. The star up here was Starlink. I'm just having a look at other. I'll just glance through at other. Goodness me, there's no wands in the bottom there. Yeah, there's not stars in other wands. So this is about Starlink controlling the messaging in Lesotho. Okay, so where's this going? Don't know who these red birds are, but they're either side red birds. Red birds, to me, first of all, they're MAGA, but they're far right. Let's see where this goes. Right, the challenge is basically Lesotho had no choice. They had to take the offer that they didn't want to take because they had no choice in the matter. 50% tariffs would have absolutely decimated the country. Absolutely decimated it. Queen of Wands at the base, the energy that they're in, the Queen of Wands. Can be an inspirational female leader, but queens are also for me about internal action that's taken, whereas kings are blatantly out externally. So some internal action about messaging, about, I think basically it's they were forced to take it for the messaging. In the past, it's all about money, the changing hands, no, not the changing hands, the money trails. Money trails. Why would it be money trails? Hard work behind the scenes to put in the final jigsaw place in regards to money. Why Lesotho? Four of Pentacles. Trying to keep the truth of this hidden about the money. There's something with money here. We know the tariffs. We know what provides the income. But there's money secrets here. Oh, yes, absolutely. The devil in the immediate future, corruption, dancing the tune of the devil. I'm getting a hit that Lesotho is being set up as the new money laundering, crossroads. It's not to do with the diamonds or the water. It's the money laundering crossroads is what I'm getting told. If you hear my guides, let me know. We've got here externally, trying to push back. But you've got this overwhelming messaging attack here, Starlink attack. Queen of Swords, internally for Lesotho. What's behind all this? Strategy, thank you, strategy. Internal strategy. Ask in a moment. Hopes and fears. The swords were poised to bring down, I'm going to say bring down the country. That was the fear. This is why they did it. The King of Cups is the outcome. The negotiator, the King and Queen of Cups. This is not over. I don't know who this King of Cups is. There's a lot of world leaders like Kani and Mers and Mete, etc., that are Cups energy. It's a lot. Biden, there's a lot with the Cups energy. But I don't feel we've seen this King of Cups yet. The Queen of Cups revealing something that's not yet seen, and then the Ace of Cups, the overwhelming emotion, the cleansing. This is all emotion outcome. It's about money. The outcome is emotion, and it's to do with money laundering. That's my money laundering card. There's the Emperor card, My Way or the Highway Emperor, and then we've got the government, and then we've got justice coming. Could be an international legal ruling here in regards to Lesotho. We've got a false victory and we've got treason and information coming out about money, dealing of money. Okay, right. Well, this took me somewhere I didn't expect. If I go to the bottom, remember how I said there's a long way before I get to the wands on the bottom? Six of Swords. Under the cover of darkness. Eight of Swords. Crack. Nightmare situation. Into an agreement that they don't want. You've got here the Star. The Star of Hope and Healing is in retreat. I don't know if Lesotho is a democracy, but it feels like it's really under attack. And this is my money laundering card. The Two of Pentacles, the money laundering card. You've got here the Strength riding, so Strength, the Chariot riding in, the moneyed. Now I know Fleon's father, I think it was Zimbabwe, he had his emerald mine. But I'm just going to say general oligarchs riding into town, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. My Jack Smith, Alex Whiting card, volatile information coming forward with that Knight of Wands. I think it's Lesotho is being set up for, can I ask, is it crypto? Is it being set up as a crypto crossroads? Is Lesotho being forced to become crypto crossroads for money laundering? Don't know quite what's wrong with the Seychelles and the Cayman Islands. Okay, because the Seychelles and the Cayman Islands aren't set up they are set up for money laundering in the old-fashioned way, but not this crypto money laundering. Is this what it's about? Show me, show me, show me. Is this why Lesotho was targeted for crypto money laundering, money trafficking, you name it? Is this why Lesotho was targeted? Not that card. Well, here's this King of Cups again. The Temperance and the two major arcana in the Wheel of Fortune. Well, yes, yes, three yes cards. Yes card, the Devil. Nine of Swords, the nightmare situation that Lesotho's been put into, and then we've got the Ace of Cups, the all-seeing eye, seeing what's going on, the money circling. Can also mean contracts, agreements, new partnerships, but it's also a cleansing card. And then we've got my dark money behind the scenes. It's and money laundering card, and the Emperor, and then we've got the higher authorities, government, and we've got mercenaries, and it's all to do with money. And we've got Russia, and we've got legal restriction, and the Star, restriction of democracy, and then it's all to do with money, but I don't think they're going with the death card at the end. I don't think, and the sun, death and the sun as those final two cards. I don't think it's going to work for them. But yeah, big yes, big big yes. Okay, let's watch and see how it plays out. But I don't think it's going to work for them. I think um, it's going to be exposed. And my heart absolutely goes out to the people of Lesotho that have been put in this ghastly situation by these absolute pigs of the world. And that's being unkind to pigs. Yeah, they're being set up as a crypto money laundering country. Crossroads is what I'm getting. Entertainment only. See how it plays. Love to you all. Take care.